You might be surprised to learn exactly what happens to CPP and OAS when a spouse dies. Buried deep within your CPP benefits are survivor benefits that can unlock some financial security for your spouse, children, and possibly your estate when you're gone. I'm Joe Macek, cross-border investment advisor and portfolio manager with iAPrivateWealth and iAPrivateWealth USA. And today I'm going to walk you through what happens to your CPP and OAS when a spouse dies, what payments happen and where they can go, and how to easily calculate those benefits if something were to happen. Let's jump in. So imagine both you and your spouse are receiving the Canada Pension Plan, and one of you suddenly passes away. The benefits that the surviving spouse will get aren't, in my opinion, all that generous, especially when you consider how much you contribute to CPP over time. But that's why you're here. It's to find out what's available when someone passes away. And to make it easy for you, there are three key benefits under the Canada Pension Plan: the death benefit, the child benefit, and the survivor's pension. The first two are relatively easy to explain. The survivor's pension, however, is a bit more complex. But there's one thing all of these death benefits have in common. For any payouts to happen, the deceased must have made contributions to CPP for at least 1/3 of the calendar years in their contributory period for the base CPP, with a minimum of 3 calendar years, or they must have contributed for at least 10 calendar years. Okay, so now let's take a closer look at each benefit, starting with the easiest one to explain. Number one, the death benefit. The CPP Death Benefit is a one-time payment payable to the estate or other eligible individuals on behalf of a deceased CPP contributor. And the amount of the death benefit is a single payment of $2,500. Yep, this is a one-time lump sum taxable amount of $2,500. However, this is just the standard CPP death benefit for those with enough contributions, and most of us fit into this category. But the new budget in 2024 had Bill C-69, and some contributors could now receive a $5,000 death benefit. To qualify for this top-up, the deceased must not have had any other CPP benefits except for the orphan's benefit paid out. This means that anyone with a surviving spouse or common law partner receiving benefits, those who have already received CPP payments themselves, will not be eligible for the top-up to $5,000. So who would get the top-up? Well, this top-up pretty much only goes to a very small percentage of the population. Those who are single, never claimed any CPP benefits, and passed away before receiving anything from the plan. It's for individuals who never had the chance to collect any CPP and are not married or in a common law relationship. And considering the current level of contributions, $5,000 feels like a bit of a cheese sandwich. And I'm not going to get into the full history of the death benefit here, except to say that it was higher a long time ago, and it was cut, and having it increased back to a larger inflation-adjusted amount is long overdue. After all, the current $2,500, which is taxable by the way, probably wouldn't even cover basic funeral costs like cremation or burial. And to make matters worse, along with being taxable, it's been stuck at $2,500 for a very long time without increasing with inflation. So yeah, your $2,500 death benefit from CPP is worth less and less and less over time, and doubling it to $5,000 for only a very tiny part of the population that will never see it is, well, in my humble opinion, very sad to say the least. But I digress. Number two, the child benefit. Now, the child benefit is split into two key age groups, those under 18 and those 18 to 25. For those aged 18 to 25, the child benefit requires full-time attendance at a recognized educational institution. Once they turn 25, the benefit stops. As of 2024, the benefit is a flat rate of $294.12 per month per child. However, this amount is indexed to inflation, so the child should see a gradual increase each year in this amount of money. And with that said, that covers the child benefit. Now let's shift our focus to the most crucial of the three, the survivor's pension. Qualify for the survivor's pension, you must have been married to or the common law partner of a deceased CPP contributor. However, if you are a legally separated spouse and the deceased had no common law partner, you might still be eligible for this benefit. And here's where it gets interesting. If you've been widowed multiple times, you'll still receive the survivor's pension, but you will only receive one survivor's pension, and it will be the highest amount you're eligible for. Essentially, you will get the maximum benefit that favors you. And if you should happen to remarry, it doesn't matter. You don't lose it. Your survivor's pension will keep coming no matter who you marry next. Speaking of maximum benefits, over 90% of my watch time is generated by viewers who are not subscribed. And what these great viewers are missing out on is the maximum benefit of feeling amazing when they hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, as it really helps out my channel. So please consider liking and subscribing, as it really helps my videos get out to reach many more incredible viewers like you. Thanks again in advance for your support. So how do you calculate how much you will get if you are the surviving spouse? Well, when it comes to ongoing payments, things can get a bit tricky, as there are numerous rules that can dictate what you'll receive. But two main rules stand out. The first one is, if you're over 65, you can only receive up to 60% of your spouse's pension. Second, the survivor's pension you receive cannot push your total CPP pension above the maximum amount eligible at age 65. In other words, your CPP cannot exceed the maximum benefit of $1,364.60 per month, even with the addition of the survivor's pension. So in the best case scenario, you could receive up to 60% of your spouse's pension. In the worst case scenario, you might wind up getting nothing. But let's look at a few examples to clarify. Example 1, both spouses get the maximum benefit. Let's consider Alexei and Julie both receiving the maximum CPP pension of $1,364.60 per month at age 65. If Alexei passes away, Julie won't receive any additional survivor benefit because she is already receiving the maximum allowable amount at 65. Example 2, both spouses have almost the maximum benefit. Now let's say Alexei and Julie are each receiving $1,000 per month from their CPP. If Julie passes away, Alexei would be entitled to a survivor's pension of $364.60 per month. This would bring his total CPP to $1,364.60 per month, the maximum allowable amount. Alexei would not receive $1,600 a month because that would go past the $1,364.60 per month allowable. Example 3, both spouses have the average benefit in Canada. On average, Canadians age 65 receive about $758 per month from CPP. Let's use this average for an example. Suppose Alexei and Julie are each receiving $758 per month. If Julie passes away, Alexei would be eligible for a survivor's pension amounting to 60% of Julie's pension. Now, Alexei would remain under the maximum CPP amount of $1,364.60 per month. To clarify, Alexei is currently receiving $758 per month and can receive a survivor benefit that is 60% of what Julie was getting. So in total, Alexei would now receive $1,212.80 per month, which is his original $758 per month, and 60% of Julie's $758 per month, which is $454.80, giving you a total of $1,212.80. As this amount is still below the maximum amount of $1,364.60, Alexei would get 60% of Julie's pension added to his. It's also critical to note, though, that the CPP Survivor Benefit does not take into account when you started your CPP. The Survivor Benefit is calculated using the maximum CPP amount for age 65, regardless of when you began receiving your own pension. So if you began your pension at age 70, you would not receive a higher survivor amount. And similarly, if you started your pension at age 60, you would not be penalized. You would still be eligible to receive the maximum survivor benefit based on the amount available at age 65. The same rule applies when combining the CPP disability benefit with the survivor's pension. You will be capped at the maximum disability pension amount, and for 2024, this maximum amount is $1,613.54 per month. Okay, so one final note on the application process. Timing and accuracy are critical. The CPP's website explicitly warns that delays can result in the loss of benefits, which is definitely not ideal. While applying online might speed things up a bit, you will still need to mail in certified true copies of the required documents. So opting for the mail route for the entire process might be the safest bet. In short, when someone passes away, it's a good idea to get on applying for the CPP benefits right away. Now let's quickly cover OAS. The allowance for the survivor available to those aged 60 to 64 offers some financial support to surviving spouses or common law partners with low or modest incomes. incomes. These benefits are designed to bridge the gap until individuals become eligible for OAS. To qualify, your annual net income must be less than $29,328. If you happen to meet this income requirement, you could receive a maximum monthly payment of up to $1,626.20. But it's important to note that your spouse or common law partner must have passed away, and you must not have remarried or entered into a new common law relationship since their death. If you are 65 and older, there's unfortunately no survivor pension under the OAS program. When a spouse passes away, understanding how CPP and OAS benefits come into play can make a big difference in your financial stability. Make sure to act quickly and accurately with your applications to help secure these crucial benefits. Do you want to see why a lot of people roasted Dave Ramsey for this clip? Or maybe you just want to see my latest upload? Well, I've got everything all queued up and ready for you. Click here for more amazing financial insights. I'll be waiting. We'll see you soon.